Alright everybody, what's going on? My name is Posy, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all have been well in the last 8 months that I haven't been here. I'm sorry, but frankly I kinda sort of forgot about this channel. Life happened and well, here we are 8 months later. And funnily enough here folks, the only other video I have on this channel of mine here is an Archeage Unchained sort of kind of reaction video, you know what I mean? And well, I didn't really plan on making this, but apparently, folks, the people at G-G-AMIGO effed up. Like, you done messed up Aaron. You know what I mean? And there's this new expansion coming out now called Archeage Unchained Garden of the Gods, and it's paid DLC. And folks, here's the thing here too real quick, okay? A huge, massive shout out to Massively Overpowered, where I got all this information from, along with the Archeage Reddit here as well. Okay, so apparently here, folks, whenever this expansion pack comes out, like, you'll get the patch for it, you'll get the update for it, but in order for you to actually get to the content area and everything to be able to actually access the content, you're going to have to get one of 3 DLC packs for it, and they're right here on their website. This is all in USD here as well too, okay, folks? You got one for 16, got one for 30, and got one for 60. And here's the thing. Normally, I am all for paid expansions, okay? And keep in mind here, folks, I have not played Archeage or Unchained in probably 7 or 8 months because, frankly, I'm getting burnt out with it. I'm just not finding it as enjoyable. And this is another excuse for me to just, unfortunately, not pick it back up. Here's the thing, okay, folks, again, as I was saying a second ago, I have no problem paying for an expansion. Okay, I have no problem with that at all. I mean, I used to be a WoW player, so we know all good and well about paid DLCs and expansions, or now that I play ESO, paid chapters. I'm okay with that. But the problem I have with this here is that they straight up lied. And not just like lied, but like outright lied, like not even trying to cover it up. Apparently, folks, the reason why that they're doing this is because the monetization options that they have available to actually sustain Archeage Unchained, it's making them money, but from other places that I've been reading online, not enough or not as much as they was hoping that it actually would to sustain the game in a way that I guess you could say they feel comfortable sustaining it. You know what I mean? So I hate to call this a cash grab, but this sort of kind of feels like what this is to me. Now, the community is extremely split down the middle. Some people hate it, like myself, because again, I have no problem with paid DLC. But don't come out and say stuff like this here. Nope, future Archeage content and expansions will be free of purchase as they always have been on both Legacy and the Unchained version. So, again, I'm okay with paid DLC, expansions, chapters, whatever you want to call them, but don't say everything will be free like they have and always will be, and then come back and do this kind of thing here. Now, if you scroll down here, I can see where this player here is coming from. Like, they would much rather pay to access the DLC than ruin the cash shop with OP stuff or pay to win stuff, like what really sort of kind of, you know, drove the regular version of Archeage into the ground, you know? And same thing for this one here. People don't really seem to be mad about it here, you know what I mean? But, again, the only issue I have with it is that it's essentially a bait and switch. And what I think is so funny with this is that a few years or so ago, there was actually a full-on class action lawsuit brought against Tryon World and XL Games whenever, around, I think, the time that Archeage was first launched, and it was a whole class action lawsuit about they didn't deliver on the promises at launch that they said that they would. And fun fact here, folks, we the players actually won that class action lawsuit. Granted, it wasn't a lot of money that we all got, but I mean, we actually did win that case against them. So, do I think people are going to make a class action lawsuit for this? No, I don't think so. But at the same time, though, y'all, if you really want to play it, there is at minimum a $16 paywall to get into it. Now, is it worth it if you're a big fan of the game? Yeah, sure. I mean, so was the $60 one. So was the $30 one. Like, nobody's saying that it's not a reasonable paywall to get into the new expansion and to access the new content. But again, what people like myself were all mad about is, again, right here. Future Archeage content, updates, and expansions will be provided free of purchase, as they always have been, on both Legacy and the Unchained versions. So, folks, look, with all that being said, I would love to hear your opinions about this kind of stuff as per usual. So, sound off in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next video, okay? Take care, folks. Happy gaming.